The Jeffrey Epstein saga is back. It seems that files that were basically reviewed by the Federal Bureau of Investigation on the Epstein saga, where President Trump's name has essentially surfaced, it turns out those references have been redacted. Some reports are essentially suggesting that it's the privacy exemption that has been cited by the FBI for redacting President Trump's name from these files. In fact, remember, back in the month of February, it is the Attorney General in the United States of America who had basically hyped this entire thing by saying that the Epstein files are now out, and perhaps it's because of the most transparent US administration that the Epstein file is going to go out. In fact, a much publicized event was basically organized by the Trump administration where far right-wing influencers were presented with the Epstein files. It turns out that in those files, much of it was already known, but there was no reference to well-known popular figures who participated, who were present during those parties that were organized by Jeffrey Epstein. And part of the book that was used by Jeffrey Epstein was also reproduced in the Epstein files. But interestingly, a lot wasn't really named in what was made public, and thereafter Attorney General in the United States of America essentially directed the FBI to basically step in. The FBI thereafter started reviewing all the files. Over lakhs of documents were essentially reviewed over a period of a few months, and thereafter, following the review, we are given to understand that a redacted version has now been put out, in which they haven't really named anyone. For that matter, no high-profile persons who have been known to have participated in the parties that were organized by Jeffrey Epstein, which also includes President Trump. The reason that they have essentially given is that when this entire investigation actually began in the year 2006, Donald Trump was a private citizen, and that is the reason why he does not figure in the investigation to begin with, and more importantly, it's the privacy exemption that has been made. Some within the Republican camp have now essentially argued that this privacy exemption has also been used by previous governments. So there is nothing wrong if at all this has been done by the Trump administration. Having said that, remember, there is a growing argument even within the Republican camp as to why exactly would Donald Trump really hold on to these files and not let the public know, because particularly during his campaigning, he had essentially assured people that the names will come out.